Okay, let's talk about book reading time. I love book reading time, and the students love it too. It always settles a class. So after the warm-up song, practicing numbers, and some basic questions, it might be time to read a book. So generally what I do to start the book reading time is a little chant that goes like this. It's time to read a book. It's time to read a book. 1, 2, 3. Listen, listen, shh. Okay? And then I'll grab my book, or sometimes I'll grab a book first and then show it to the students and do my little chant. It's time to read a book. Okay? Now, when I'm reading a book to children in an English language learning class, the idea is not for them to read, because especially for preschool kids, elementary school kids, yes, you want to start them with reading. But the preschool kids, it's more about hearing the sounds of the English language and also interacting a bit. So I often use books like, for example, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Carle. In the info to this video, I'll put my favorite books for children's English class, but there's a lot of them. The Brown Bear, also by Carle, is great. There's many, many great books you can use in class. I have a website, kidsenglishbooks.com, and we have some free downloadable picture books, which I always laminate before I bring them to class. And so, let's say, for example, I'm going to read this book. It's time to read a book. It's time to read a book. 1, 2, 3. Listen, listen, shh. Okay, and that usually settles the students down. And then I'll start reading like this. Can you see a circle? Yes, I can. And then if for this book, for example, I might go like that and say, circle, circle. And if I want to interact a bit with the kids, depending on their level, I might say, oh, what color is this circle? That's right, it's yellow. What color is this circle? Red, that's right. And do you know what this is? That's right, it's a balloon. They might be able to answer, they might not, but it's always fun to add some interaction. Can you see a square? Yes, I can. Square. And what's this? It's a robot. Wow. You can be silly sometimes too. I am a robot. Students love that kind of thing. So if I'm reading something else, like for example, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, I might read in similar ways. In the light of the moon, a tiny egg lays on a leaf. And I might say, egg, leaf, moon. So I'll read it, but I also maybe point out some vocabulary in the picture, in the drawing. And then, let's say, for this particular book, it says, on Monday, he ate through 1. And then I ask the students, what is it? What's this? Is it a banana? No, it's not a banana. Oh, it's an apple. On Monday, he ate through 1 apple, but he was still hungry. Okay? And on Tuesday, what are these? Pears. How many pears? 1, 2. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. So you can see how I'm reading what the book says, but I'm also adding a little interaction with the students to make it more fun. You don't necessarily have to do that. It depends again on the student's age, the student's level, and how comfortable you are with making up little questions for the students. But I recommend it as a way to make reading time interactive. Okay? So it's very simple. Read the book, communicate a little bit with your students, make little jokes, have a little fun, and of course at the end I always say, the end, and then put the book down. Okay? And then it'll be time to move on to our next activity. Book reading is, depending of course on the length of the book, anytime, anywhere from 2 minutes to maybe 5 minutes, and I use very simple books with very simple language. I feel like it's better to do that and then add your own language to make it more interesting for the students rather than read a very complicated book that the kids just don't understand. Plus, it takes a long time to read. Okay, I hope that's helpful.